What's up, scholars? Today we're talking about volume. Volume being the space something takes up. The space something takes up in 3 dimensions, right? In 3 dimensions. We'll be talking about the volume of these 4 different figures. We'll start off with this old dude, the prism, the rectangular prism. Rectangular. Just like with our surface area, all these will have a formula they go with. But the rectangular prism formula is the one that you've known for the longest, since you learned about volume. All right, that is your V equals the length times the width times the height. So let's check out an example. So here we've got our rectangular prism. This side is 6 meters, this side is 10 meters, this side is 7 meters, and this side is 10 meters. So to find our volume, we'll do our length times our width times our height. Since all these are being multiplied, it doesn't matter what order you put them in. Right? If we do 6 times 7 times 10, or 7 times 10 times 6, or 10 times 6 times 7, we're going to get the same answer. So it doesn't matter which one is which. So let's just say 6 times 7 times 10. All of them are meters. 6 times 7 is 42 times 10 is 420 meters cubed, because we're in volume right now. Meters cubed. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Alright, next up, let's talk about our cylinder. That can of soup. How do we find the volume of a cylinder? Well, we're going to find the area of the circle and integrate it over the height. That's a calculus word. So the volume, where the formula of volume of a cylinder comes from, will make more sense once you get to that calculus. The formula for volume of a cylinder is the area of the circle, pi r squared, times the height. So yeah, let's check out an example, shall we? Let's say, for funsies, the height is going to be 25 inches, and the diameter will be, let's say, 12 inches. So to find the volume, we want pi r squared h. So we want pi times the radius. If our diameter is 12, our radius is half of that, which would be 6. So 6 squared times our height, which is 25. Just checking around with my calculator because I feel like I'm going to need it pretty soon. Ah, there she blows. Always good to have your tools nearby. So we've got pi times 6 squared is 36, times 25 is 900, so this is pi times 900. We could leave pi in our answer. I like to do that. That means it is an exact answer. That means I didn't round anything. So 900 pi inches cubed. I'm going to put those in letters actually. Inches cubed. Or, if we insist on having a decimal, 900 times pi is 3.14 will be 2,826 inches. Not inches, inches with an N cubed. Those are our 2 possible answers there. Our exact answer that has pi in there, or our rounded answer. Fabulous. Alright, next up on our volume quest, we have the rectangular pyramid. Rectangular pyramid. Different than a prism. Comes to a point. Okay, to find the volume of this sucker, we need to know the area of the base of this thing And we need to know the height. How tall is it? So that'll be our height. This will be our length and our width. So the volume of this pyramid is going to be the length times the width, which would be the area of the base, times the height divided by 3. Length times width times height divided by 3. So the volume of a rectangular pyramid is essentially a third the size that it would be if it was a prism, because we took our length times width times height and divided by 3. So it's 1/3 the size of a rectangular prism that would have the same dimensions. Pretty cool, huh? Definitely very cool. Alright, sounds like it's time for an example. Alright, here's our little tiny baby rectangular pyramid. It's got a base with measurements of 4 centimeters and 6 centimeters. That's a 6. It's got a height of 8 centimeters. So to find our volume, we want length times width times height divided by 3. So we've got, again, 4 times 6 times the height, 8 divided by 3. So we'll have 24 times 8 divided by 3, or maybe let's just do 2, because then I can do that in my head. 4 times 2 is 8 times 8 is 64 centimeters cubed. Oh yeah. And last but not least, we have this beautiful sphere here. And the volume of the sphere is 4/3. That's not a third, that's a pi. I want 4/3. I got excited because pi comes next. Pi r cubed. Fabulous. So, let's say, for example, we have a ball, and the diameter of said ball is 20. Somebody's making loud noises outside. The diameter of the ball is 20. What should our units be here? Let's say inches. And we're trying to find the volume of this dude. So we know our formula is V equals 4/3 pi r cubed. So we're going to plug in for our r, our radius, half of this diameter, which is 10. So we've got 4/3 pi times 10 cubed. And we know 10 cubed is 1,000. So we have V equals 4/3 times 1,000, which will be 4,000 over 3 pi inches cubed. Or we could put this into decimal form. Times 4 divided by 3 times 3.14, or 4,186 points, let's round to the nearest tenth, inches cubed. Alright, scholars, that's it. That's your volume stuff. We're only talking about the volume of these 4 shapes. We've got a rectangular prism. Volume is length times width times height. Volume of a cylinder, pi r squared times h. Volume of a rectangular pyramid, 1/3 the volume of the prism version. And a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. Again, same deal as with your surface area. You should Google volume calculators to help you do all this calculation stuff. That's what the calculators are for, right? That's why we invented them, to do the boring stuff of calculation. Leave our brain space open for thinking about stuff. All right, scholars, love ya. Keep on that hustle, and I'll see you next time.